with the result. I'm very happy that Ngannou's perfectly healthy. Didn't hurt himself getting in there. Made his $20 million. Good for him. I'd like to see him in some big fights. I don't know, maybe...
Keep the people around you that are your champions. And maybe this is also something I realize when I'm older, but I tell young people this all the time. Do not hang around with poisonous people. Do not keep people around you that are toxic, that mess with your brain. Keep people around you that are genuinely happy for you. Only people that are genuinely happy for you, and if that's 2 people, you're a rich person. Keep the people around you that are your champions.
強く。お得意の最後ではないが、なんだ。同じ次第だ。ざれ言はやめろ。人は誰もそれを現実という名で呼んだ愛なものだ。その現実は幻かもしれない。人は皆思い込みの中で生きている。そうは考えられないか。一体何が言いたい。の中で生きている。そうは考え。マダラが死んでいるというのはお前の勝手な思い込みだ。かつてお前が俺を優しい兄だと思い込んでいたようにな。お前が望むような兄を演じ続けてきたのはお前の器を確かめるためだ。あの夜の出来事、幼かった俺には幻にしか思えなかった。ひどい現実の中にいるのだとそう思いたかった。だがあれは紛れもない現実だった。今の俺の目は昔とは違う。俺の車輪ガンは現実を見抜く。相変わらず強気な物言いだな。その言葉とりあえず受け取っておこう。小芝居に付き合うのはこの辺でいいだろう。強気はいいが、サスケ、お前はまだ俺と同じ目を持ってはいないようだな。そしていつか俺と同じ目を持って俺の前に来い。お前の大事なものを殺しきれなかったか。そんな甘い思いで俺の前にやってきたというのか。ならさっさと万華鏡車輪ガンを使って俺をやってみろ。それとも今の俺では己の器を測りかねるか。大した自信だ。
二人ともさっきから全然動かないね。現実を掛け合っているだけだ。
万華鏡車輪ガン、この目は特別。開眼した時からその目は闇へと向かう。使えば使うほど封印されていく。どういうことだ。
सामान्य पुरुष विषय का ध्यान करते। तुम्हारे पास तो केवल यही विकल्प है कि तुम क्या करो या क्या न करो, परंतु परिणाम तुम्हारे वश में नहीं है पार्थ। कर्म फल तुम्हारे वश में नहीं है। तुम्हारे अधिकार की सीमा इस विकल्प पर समाप्त हो जाती है कि
single zero or next line character. We pass in our max new tokens. More efficient training. I'm not sure if this makes a huge difference right now because we're only doing diagram language modeling, but yeah, it's handy to have this here. And then, I mean, this is pretty self-explanatory here. We generate based on a context. This is the context, which is a single zero or a next line character. We pass in our max new tokens, and then we pretty much just decode this. So that's how that works. Let's move on to the optimizer and the training loop, the actual training process. So I actually skipped something and probably left you a little bit confused, but you might be asking, how the heck did we actually access the second out of 3 dimensions from this logits here? Because the logits only returns 2 dimensions, right? You have a b by t, or you have a b times t by c. So how exactly does this work? Well, when we call this forward pass all we're passing in is the index here. So that means targets defaults to none. So because targets is none, the loss is none, and this code does not execute. And it just uses this logits here, which is 3-dimensional. So that's how that works. And honestly, if you're feeding in your inputs and your targets to the model, then you're obviously going to have your targets in there, and that will make sure targets is not none. So then you'll actually be executing this code, and you'll have a 2-dimensional logits rather than a 3-dimensional logits. So that's just a little clarification there, if that was confusing to anybody. Another quick thing I want to cover before we jump into this training loop is this little torch.long data type. So torch.long is the equivalent of int64 or integer 64, which occupies 64 bits or 8 bytes. So you can have different data types. You can have a float 16, you can have a float 32, float 64, I believe. You can have an int 64, int 32. The difference between float and int is float has decimals, it's a floating point number, and then integer is just a single integer. It's not really anything more than that. It can just be bigger based on the amount of bits that it occupies. So that's just an overview on torch.long. It's the exact same thing as int64. So that's that. Now we have this training loop here. So we define our optimizer, and I already went over optimizers previously. Atom W, which is atom weight decay. So we have weight decay in here. And then all of our model parameters. And then our learning rate. So I actually wrote the learning rate up here. So I would add this and then just rerun this part of the code here if you're typing along. So I have this learning rate as well as max iters, which is how many iterations we're going to have in this training loop. And the learning rate is special because sometimes your learning rate will be too high and sometimes it'll be too low. So a lot of the times you'll have to experiment with your learning rate and see which one provides the best both performance and quality over time. So with some learning rates, you'll get really quick advancements, and then it'll
I see you. I see something in your heart.
कि तुम युद्ध करोगे या नहीं करोगे, किंतु युद्ध का परिणाम तुम्हारे हाथ में नहीं है। यदि तुम विजय चाहो भी तो यह आवश्यक नहीं कि विजय तुम्हारी ही हो जाए, तुम्हारी पराजय भी हो सकती है। किंतु यदि तुम विजय से मोहित नहीं होगे तो पराजय से भी नहीं घबराओगे। यदि तुम ये सोचो पार्थ कि चाहे विजय हो चाहे पराजय, किंतु तुम तो केवल इसलिए युद्ध कर रहे हो कि युद्ध करना तुम्हारा कर्तव्य है, तो विजय के सुख या पराजय के दुख का प्रश्न ही नहीं उठता। विजय और पराजय, जीवन और मृत्यु, सुख और दुख के प्रश्नों में ना उलझो और युद्ध करो। यदि इस युद्ध में तुम्हारी विजय हुई तो पृथ्वी का राज्य और यश भोगोगे, और यदि वीर गति को प्राप्त हुए तब भी यश के साथ साथ स्वर्ग पाओगे। इसलिए हे कौन्तेय, उठो, सुख दुख, लाभ हानि, जय पराजय सबको समान समझो और युद्ध करो, कि यही तुम्हारा क्षत्रिय कर्तव्य भी है और मानव धर्म भी। और जो न विजय से सुखी हो और न पराजय से दुखी, वही स्थित प्रज्ञ है। यही कर्म योग है। तुम सर्वश्रेष्ठ धनुर्धर हो, परंतु यदि तुम्हारा आखेट तनिक भी इधर से उधर हो जाए तो तुम चूक जाओगे। तुम्हारा अधिकार तुम्हारे वाण संधान पर है, तुम्हारा अधिकार तुम्हारी दृष्टि पर है, परंतु उस मृग पर तुम्हारा कोई अधिकार नहीं जिसकी ओर तुम बाण चला रहे हो। हे धनंजय, सत्पुरुष कभी अपने अधिकारों की सीमा का उल्लंघन नहीं करते। अर्थात अपने कर्म में स्थिर रहो पार्थ, स्थिर रहो, क्योंकि कर्म की कुशलता का ही नाम योग है।
मेरा हाथ तो अब भी गांडीव की ओर नहीं बढ़ रहा है केशव। मेरी समझ में तो अब भी ये नहीं आ रहा है कि इस युद्ध से लाभ क्या होगा।
तुम ये निर्णय केवल इसलिए नहीं ले पा रहे हो पार्थ कि तुम इस क्षण को केवल व्यक्तिगत लाभ और व्यक्तिगत हानि के तुला में तोल रहे हो। यही तो मोह का बंधन है पार्थ, यही तो तुम्हारे शोक की जड़ है। और इसीलिए तुम्हारा ये कायर, पलाय और कलंक में डुबोने वाला शोक न तुम्हारे हित में है और न ही समाज के हित में। यह शोक न वर्तमान के लिए शुभ है और न ही भविष्य के लिए। लाभ और हानि की इस कामना में न भटको पार्थ, न भटको, केवल कर्म करो, कर्म। हे पार्थ, सामान्य पुरुष विषय का ध्यान करता है और विषय का ध्यान उसे आसक्त बना देता है। इस आसक्ति या लगाव से काम का जन्म होता है। जब काम की पूर्ति नहीं होती तो क्रोध उत्पन्न होता है। जब क्रोध उत्पन्न होता है तो विषय के प्रति मोह और बढ़ जाता है, और जब मोह और बढ़ जाता है पार्थ, तो सोचने की शक्ति भटक जाती है। जब सोचने की शक्ति भटक जाती है तो बुद्धि का नाश होता है, और जब बुद्धि का नाश होता है तो मनुष्य का सर्वनाश हो जाता है। और हे कुंती पुत्र, तुम्हारा ये मोह तुम्हें बुद्धि के विनाश की ओर ले जा रहा है। तनिक सोचो पार्थ कि जिसके पास बुद्धि ही ना होगी उसे शांति कैसे मिल सकती है। वो तो शांति और अशांति में अंतर ही नहीं कर सकता, और जो शांति को अशांति से अलग तक नहीं कर सकता वो भला कैसे सुखी हो सकता है। हे पार्थ, जैसे पवन के झोंके नाव को भटका देते हैं, वैसे ही कामनाएं बुद्धि को भटका देती हैं। इंद्रियाणाम हि चरताम यन्मनो अनुविधीयते तदस्य हरति प्रज्ञाम वायुर्नावम इवाम्भसि। इसलिए हे महाबाहो, अपनी इंद्रियों को अपने वश में रखो, स्वयं ही उनके वश में न हो जाओ। पार्थ, ये बात ध्यान से सुनो और समझो कि जब संसार सोता है तब मुनि जागता है, और जब संसार जागता है तब मुनि सोता।
नहीं हो पाती भाई, ऐसे पढ़ाई नहीं होती।
All the lights in Miami begin to gleam, ruby blue and green, neon to the moon. Everything looks better from above, my king, like aquamarine, oceans blue. Soft ice cream. All the lights are sparkling for you, it seems. On the downtown scenes, shady blue. Beatboxing and rapping in the summer rain, like a boss who sang jazz and blues. Soft ice creams. The summer's wide and I've been waiting for you all this time. I adore you, got to see you're meant for me. The summer's on, but I've been cold without you. I was so wrong not to tell. I'm Medellin, tangerine dreams. Catch me if you can, working on my tan Salvatore, dying by the hand of a foreign man, happily calling out my name in the summer rain. Ciao amore. Salvador can wait. Now it's time to eat soft ice cream. Swinging in the backyard, pull up in your fast car, whistling my name. Open up a beer and you say get over here and play a video game. I'm in his favorite sundress, watching me get undressed, take that body downtown. I say you the bestest, leaning for a big kiss, put his favorite perfume on, go play a video game. It's you, it's all for you. Everything I do, I tell you all the time. Heaven is a place on earth with you. Tell me all the things you wanna do. I heard that you like the bad girls, honey. Is that true? It's better than I ever even knew. They say that the world was built for two, only worth living if somebody is loving you. And baby, now you do. Singing in the old bars, swinging with the old stars, living for the fame. Kissing in the blue dark, playing pool and wild dogs, video games. He holds me in his big arms, drunk and I am seeing stars. This is all I think of. Watching all our friends fall in and out of old Pauls. This is my idea of fun, playing video games. It's you, it's all for you. Everything I do, I tell you all the time. Heaven is a place on earth with you. Tell me all the things you wanna do. I heard that you like the bad girls, honey. Is that true? It's better than I ever even knew. They say that the world was built for two, only worth living if somebody is loving you. And baby, now you do. It's you, it's all for you. Everything I do, I tell you all the time. Heaven is a place on earth with you. Tell me all the things you wanna do. I heard that you like the bad girls, honey. Is that true? It's better than I ever even knew. They say that the world was built for two, only worth living if somebody is loving you. And baby, now you do. 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 I'm smoking while I'm running on my treadmill, but I'm coming up roses. Could it be that I fell for another loser? I'm crying while I'm gunning, making love while I'm making good money. Sobbing in my cup of coffee cause I fell for another loser. Get that cigarette smoke out of my face. You've been wasting my time while don't do it, 'cause you got me in my feelings. Talking in my sleep again. Top of my lungs screaming. Who's tougher than dispatch? Who's freer than me? You wanna make the switch be my guess, baby. I'm feeling, I'm a fucking feelings. Everything is fine now. Let's sleep in dog's lay. All our minds made up now. All our beds are made. No one's out of time, no. Chips fall where they may. Leave it all behind. Let the ocean wash away. It never was about the money or the drugs. For you there's only love. For you there's only love. It never was about the party or the clubs. For you there's only love. 'Cause you're my religion. You're how I'm living. When all my friends say I should take some space, well, I can't envision that for a minute. When I'm down on my knees, you're how I pray. Everything is bright now, no more cloudy days. Even when the storms come, in the eye will stay. No need to survive now, all we do is play. All I hear is music, like Lady Lay. It never was about the money or the drugs. With you there's only love. With you there's only love. It never was about the party or the clubs. For you there's only love. 'Cause you're my Summertime, and the living's easy. Rallies on the microphone with Ross MG. All the people in the dance will agree that we're well qualified to represent the LBC. Me and Louis, we gonna run to the party and dance to the rhythm. It gets harder. Me and my girl, we got this relationship. I love her so bad, but she treats me like shit. I'm locked down like a penitentiary. She spreads her loving all over, and when she gets home, there's none left for me. Summertime, and the living's easy. Rallies on the microphone with Ross MG. All the people in the dance will agree that we're well qualified to represent the LBC. Me and Louis, we gonna run to the party and dance to the rhythm. It gets harder. Or take this veil from off my eyes. My burning sun will someday rise. So what am I gonna be doing for a while? Said I'm gonna play with myself. Show them how we come off the shelf. Summertime, and the living's easy. Rallies on the microphone with Ross MG. All the people in the dance will agree that we're well qualified to represent the LBC. Me and Louis, we gonna run to the party and dance to the rhythm. It gets harder. Evil, they come to tell you that she's evil. was there ever a girl so pretty? Do you think we'll be in love forever? Do you think we'll be in love? Baby stopping at 7-Eleven, there in his white Pontiac Helen. Do you think we'll be in love forever? Do you think we'll be in love? Diamond blue, baby, New York City. Never was there a girl so pretty. Do you think we'll be in love forever? Do you think we'll be in love? Diamond blue, baby, New York City. Can we get it now, low down and gritty? Do you think we'll be in love forever? Do you think we'll be in love? Baby, you're not good for me. You're not good for me. But baby, I want you, I want. You're not good for me. Baby, you're not good for me. You're not good for me. But baby, I want you, I want. You're not good for me. Baby, you're not.
सामान्य
Maybe our hope is that each neuron in the second layer of the network corresponds with the various relevant little edges. Maybe when an image like this one comes in, it lights up all of the neurons associated with around 8 to 10 specific little edges, which in turn lights up the neurons associated with the upper loop and a long vertical line, and those light up the neuron associated with a 9. Whether or not this is what our final network actually does is another question, one that I'll come back to once we see how to train the network. But this is a hope that we might have, a sort of goal with the layered structure like this. Moreover, you can imagine how being able to detect edges and patterns like this would be really useful for other image recognition tasks. And even beyond image recognition, there are all sorts of intelligent things you might want to do that break down into layers of abstraction. Parsing speech, for example, involves taking raw audio and picking out distinct sounds, which combine to make certain syllables, which combine to form words, which combine to make up phrases and more abstract thoughts, etc. But getting back to how any of this actually works, picture yourself right now designing how exactly the activations in one layer might determine the activations in the next. The goal is to have some mechanism that could conceivably combine pixels into edges, or edges into patterns, or patterns into digits. And to zoom in on one very specific example, let's say the hope is for one particular neuron in the second layer to pick up on whether or not the image has an edge in this region here. The question at hand is, what parameters should the network have? What dials and knobs should you be able to tweak so that it's expressive enough to potentially capture this pattern, or any other pixel pattern, or the pattern that several edges can make a loop, and other such things? Well, what we'll do is assign a weight to each one of the connections between our neuron and the neurons from the first layer. These weights are just numbers. Then, take all of those activations from the first layer and compute their weighted sum according to these weights. I find it helpful to think of these weights as being organized into a little grid of their own, and I'm going to use green pixels to indicate positive weights and red pixels to indicate negative weights, where the brightness of that pixel is some loose depiction of the weight's value. Now, if we made the weights associated with almost all of the pixels 0, except for some positive weights in this region that we care about, then taking the weighted sum of all the pixel values really just amounts to adding up the values of the pixel just in the region that we care about. And if you really wanted to pick up on whether there's an edge here, what you might do is have some negative weights associated with the surrounding pixels. Then the sum is largest when those middle pixels are bright, but the surrounding pixels are darker. When you compute a weighted sum like this, you might come out with any number, but for this network, what we want is for activations to be some value between 0 and 1. So a common thing to do is to pump this weighted sum into some function that squishes the real number line into the range between 0 and 1. And a common function that does this is called the sigmoid function, also known as a logistic curve. Basically, very negative inputs end up close to 0, very positive inputs end up close to 1, and it just steadily increases around the input 0. So the activation of the neuron here is basically a measure of how positive the relevant weighted sum is. But maybe it's not that you want the neuron to light up when the weighted sum is bigger than 0. Maybe you only want it to be active when the sum is bigger than, say, 10. That is, you want some bias for it to be inactive. What we'll do then is just add in some other number, like -10, to this weighted sum before plugging it through the sigmoid squishification function. That additional number is called the bias. So the weights tell you what pixel pattern this neuron in the second layer is picking up on, and the bias tells you how high the weighted sum needs to be before the neuron starts getting meaningfully active. And that is just one neuron. Every other neuron in this layer is going to be connected to all 784 pixel neurons from the first layer. And each one of those 784 connections has its own weight associated with it. Also, each one has some bias, some other number that you add on to the weighted sum before squishing it with the sigmoid. And that's a lot to think about. With this hidden layer of 16 neurons, that's a total of 784 times 16 weights, along with 16 biases. And all of that is just the connection.
अन्य पुरुष विषय का ध्यान करता है और विषय का ध्यान उसे आसक्त बना देता है। इस आसक्ति या लगाव से काम का जन्म
कलयुग में सच्चाई की रोशनी धीमी पड़ रही है, परंतु पूरी तरह बुझी नहीं है। उस युग में, उस संकट की घड़ी में लिपटा कोई भी मनुष्य अगर एक बार मेरा नाम स्मरण कर ले तो उसके सारे संकट मिट जाएंगे।
They've all come to die at your hands, these super warriors. This is their moment to pass in glory with the third age as it dies.
Krishna! How can any man bring himself to kill such glorious heroes as these without calling down doom and disaster upon himself and the whole world?
Rise, Arjuna. Get to your feet. Stand tall and face the dawn.
I gotta run through the fire. I need a like Mariah. I wanna swear with the tide. I make the family retire. I gotta see the hope either way. I gotta free the folks where I lay. I gotta show the light to the weak, dodging the fake woke in the lane.
Fools. Won't that be a sight? Now be sure to have a towel ready for you. True to my
I don't have any cash, but I do have the pink slip to my car.
Hey, you just can't climb in the ring with Ali because you think you box?
He knows I can box. So check it out, it's like this. I lose, winner takes my car clean and clear. But if I win, I take the cash and I take the respect. To some people, that's more important. I don't have any cash.
I'm gonna convert this room into an epic gaming room. Let's go.
क्या हो गया? बिहारी की वेबसाइट तगड़ी है भाई एकदम। ओ भाई ये उनने मैंने इतना बड़ा लिखा है उधर।